Tonight, a man-sized blast from the past. Renault puts a V6 rocket in your pocket. And which takes longer to change, a gearbox or a woman's outfit? Hello. Now, the show tonight is mostly about blokishness. You know the sort of thing. We won't ask directions. We won't read instruction manuals. We have a sound recordist, OK? Rolled up on a chute the other day, front of his car all stoved in. Said he'd been on the M6 in a queue of slow-moving traffic and he was a bit bored. So he wondered, would it be possible to drive with your legs crossed? Now, no woman would ever do that. And it's much the same story with understeer and oversteer. I've never had a letter from a girl saying, what's the difference? But we've had loads of letters from blokes asking. So, over now to Richard Hammond in the Science Corner.
Thank you, Jeremy. Now, this is really quite simple, OK. Understeer works like this. You drive down the road, you turn the wheel, but the car goes straight on, crashes into a tree, and you die. Oversteer works like this. You drive down the same bit of road, turn the wheel, but the back of the car comes round like this, and you go off the road, crash into a tree, and you die. Now, oversteer is best because you don't see the tree that kills you.
I understand that. Now, as a general rule, front-wheel drive cars understeer and rear-wheel drive cars oversteer. But there's always been one car where you never knew what it was going to do. The Porsche 911. See, unlike a Ferrari, the engine is not in the middle, it's right here in the back. And that upsets the balance. It's like a horse, or as Porsche would call it, a horser pushing a cart. You know why it was called a 911, don't you? So the Americans would know what to dial when they crashed. And they would crash. It's a very scary car. And the scariest model of them all is the Turbo. A woman would have moved the engine, but because Porsche's run by men, they've spent the last 40 years stubbornly trying to engineer their way around the problem. To be honest, they've cracked it. The modern-day Turbo, like this one, has four-wheel drive and perhaps the most sorted chassis of any road car. And because the engine is still at the back, pressing down like a big heavy lump on the rear wheels, you get tons and tons of grip and tons of traction.